Hey there YouTube, so today I'm giving you a tutorial for how to make an incursio helmet. This can be used for any helmet you'd like, most of the time. So first of all, I'm going to grab a couple of reference pictures. I'm just showing 2 pictures here. I actually have like 30 or more pictures. So for tools, you're going to need a pair of scissors, marker, X-Acto knife, lots of blades. We're going to use Loctite super glue because it's really good and works with what we're going to use, which is sintra. You're gonna use body filler to fix your mistakes, because sintra is plastic and you can heat it, but you can't do everything with it. You're gonna start by having your patterns. You can use papakura or make your own. You can come up with whatever you want. This basically decides the shape of the final product. And before using your actual product anyway, like for example using foam or sintra or whatever you're gonna use, you should like make patterns out of cardboard, foam, or whatever cheap material you have to not waste anything. So first of all, we start by tracing our pieces onto sintra right here, and just remember that which piece is which, directions, everything. You can cut them using the X-Acto blade. You can heat it with a heat gun. You can get all sorts of curves. It's not very flexible as Warbler goes, but it's good enough. So even though you start taping the pieces and see how they start taking shape and see if it's to your liking or you have to do any adjustments or anything like that. So here you see me like doing the face shield part, taping it, seeing that it looks right and it fits right. And then I started applying glue to it, and you can see here, no tape, nothing, and it looks really good. I was very happy with it. And then with the horns, some patterns you don't have to make lots of because it's just mirrored on both sides. And again, taping. For some parts you're gonna need to cut a 45-degree angle before gluing it, like the horns here. As you can see, it's not glued from one edge to another. It's 45-degree angle. You can test again with your patterns to see it looks really good, and if your patterns look good, then your product is gonna look good. And then here you can start seeing that it takes more shape, and we're getting closer to the final product. The dome shape was one of the hardest parts. I just wanted to create a sort of weird curve, like it sort of comes to a center with an angle. Here's the back cover part. Okay, so once that's done, you're gonna start priming and see what mistakes that you did or what holes you have. You might not be able to see them here, but maybe the pictures weren't close enough, but in real life you'll see that you got a lot of problems, and then that's when you go back to Bondo and start filling every single mistake you have to achieve perfectness. And then with Bondo, you're gonna have to sand. It's not fun, it takes a lot of times, and this is a repetitive process because you go filling, sanding, priming, filling, sanding, priming, until you see no holes or imperfections. And you can see here, this is after like 2 or 3 attempts of repetitive sanding, priming, and filling process. And and a good tip is not to work on the whole thing as a whole, anyway, just to work on it as small pieces. And once you're done having everything done, because handling small parts is really easy and better than handling the whole thing, and then you glue it all together and you test it. As you see here, it looks really good. For some parts, for like the details, you want to do them individually and work them on properly. And then once you're done, you start painting. I use just some Rust-Oleum white paint over here, and make sure it bonds to plastic. And now masking, so for the horns in silver, and the best way is to mask instead of using brush. And here you can see the horns work really good. Make sure not to leave any empty spots because spray paint is annoying when you're gonna have to redo the whole thing. Sorry. And as you can see here, it looks really good. And right here you have finished product. As you can see, for the visor, I just used some cheap, like for the eyes pieces there, I just used some cheap clear plastic, and yeah, that was it.